Have you been there? Giving everything, your energy, love, and time, only to realize you're surrounded by people who take but don't appreciate? It's draining. Now, you feel this urge deep inside, almost like a whisper from your soul saying, "Step away quietly. It's time to choose yourself." Walking away isn't easy. It feels heavy, uncertain, and lonely. You might wonder, will they notice when I'm gone? Will they miss me? Or will they move on like I was never there? My dear brothers and sisters, in this video we're not just talking about leaving. We're uncovering the strength and wisdom behind leaving silently. Together we'll explore 7 lessons rooted in Islamic wisdom to guide you through this journey. These aren't just lessons, they're reminders of how your absence can reveal your true worth to those who overlooked it. Let's begin. Lesson 1. Knowing when to step back. Fun fact, the Arabic word for patience, sabr, appears over 90 times in the Quran, often tied to moments of reflection and restraint. Both words refer to the Creator. Did you know Prophet Muhammad taught us that true strength lies in self-control, not physical power? Quote, real-world tie-in. Ever notice how a plant thrives when you stop overwatering it? Relationships are no different. Overgiving can sometimes drown them. Why it works. Letting go with grace creates space for both healing and growth. Sometimes, the hardest decision is realizing that staying isn't helping anyone. Not you, not them. Have you ever found yourself constantly explaining, overgiving, or trying to fix one-sided relationships? It's exhausting, isn't it? Here's the truth. Allah never intended for you to lose yourself in the process of holding on to others. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "The strong man is not the one who can overpower others. Rather, the strong man is the one who controls himself when he is angry." Think about that. Strength isn't about forcing things to work. It's about knowing when to let go with dignity and self-control. Maybe you've experienced this with a friend who only calls when they need something, or a family member who constantly judges your decisions. You stay because you think leaving would make you the bad person. But what if walking away silently and with grace is exactly what Allah wants for you? Sometimes, stepping back isn't about giving up. It's about creating space for both healing and growth. Lesson 2. Understanding your unique role. Fun fact, Islam began as something strange and will return to being strange, but the strangers are promised glad tidings. Did you know? Feeling like an outsider can be a spiritual sign of being chosen for a higher purpose. Real-world tie-in. Think of all the world's great innovators. They were often misunderstood before their ideas were accepted. Why it works. Embracing your uniqueness gives you clarity and confidence to stay on your path. Have you ever looked around and felt like you don't quite fit in? Like your thoughts, values, and vision seem out of place in the crowd? It's not because there's something wrong with you. It's because Allah has designed you for something different, something greater. Eternity is important for us, and eternity is for us. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "Islam began as something strange and will return to being strange, so give glad tidings to the strangers." This hadith is a powerful reminder for those who feel like outsiders. Maybe your kindness has been mistaken for weakness, or your refusal to compromise on principles has made you seem difficult. But remember, the chosen ones often walk a path that looks lonely, because it's meant to lead them somewhere others can't go. Lesson 3. The power of patience in isolation. Fun fact, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, spent years in solitude in the cave of Hira before receiving revelation. Did you know? Many of history's greatest moments began in isolation, from spiritual revelations to groundbreaking ideas. Real-world tie-in. Think of a seed buried in darkness. It's not stuck, it's growing roots. Okay, maybe the phrasing is a little off pillar in the woo. Why it works. Silence allows reflection, growth, and preparation for greater things. Have you ever found yourself in a season of stillness? No movement, no breakthroughs, and no clear direction? In those moments, Shaitan whispers, "You're stuck, you're forgotten." But what if this silence is actually a blessing in disguise? The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, faced such moments in the cave of Hira before receiving revelation. Those quiet nights of solitude and reflection were the foundation of his prophethood. Maybe, in your life, the isolation you're experiencing is Allah preparing you for something greater. Lesson 4. Rising above the noise of negativity. Fun fact, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was called names and mocked by his community, yet he persevered. Did you know? People often criticize what they secretly admire but can't achieve themselves. Real-world tie-in. Think of a rocket. The louder the noise, the higher it's flying. Why it works. Negativity loses power when you stay focused on your goals. Imagine this. You've just started making changes in your life. Maybe it's focusing on your Deen, setting new boundaries, or pursuing a meaningful goal. At first it feels empowering, then the comments roll in. Who do you think you are? You've changed. You're so distant lately. It stings, doesn't it? But negativity isn't about you, it's about them. People resist change, especially when it reminds them of what they're not willing to do themselves. Your growth can feel like a mirror to their insecurities. Rising above isn't about ignoring negativity. It's about refusing to let it stop you. Lesson 5. Protecting your peace without guilt. Fun fact, setting boundaries isn't just a modern concept. Islam encourages balance in all relationships. Did you know the Quran emphasizes self-care as an act of worship? Real-world tie-in. Think of your peace like a garden. Without proper care, weeds can take over. Why it works. Protecting your peace ensures you have the energy to give sincerely to those who truly matter. Imagine you've been there for everyone. But when it's your turn to lean on someone, the silence is deafening. You start to wonder, is my worth tied only to what I can give? Protecting your peace isn't selfish, it's necessary. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, taught us balance in relationships. The strong believer is better and more beloved to Allah than the weak believer, while there is good in both. Lesson 6. Turning pain into purpose. Fun fact, pain has inspired some of the greatest art, literature, and spiritual insights in human history. Did you know the Quran reminds us, with hardship comes ease, 94-6. Real-world tie-in, diamonds are formed under pressure. Your pain is shaping you into something priceless. Why it works. Pain teaches resilience and reveals hidden strengths. Think about the hardest moments of your life, the heartbreaks, failures, and betrayals. At the time, it felt unbearable. But looking back, haven't those moments taught you lessons you could never have learned otherwise? Lesson 7. Embracing the wisdom of silence. Fun fact, silence is considered golden in both Islamic and secular philosophies. Did you know the Prophet, peace be upon him, said, "Whoever believes in Allah and the last day should speak good or remain silent." Real-world tie-in. Think of silence as a shield. It deflects negativity while preserving your peace. Why it works. Silence forces others to reflect on their actions while protecting your dignity. Sometimes the loudest responses aren't words, but actions. Think of those moments when you chose not to argue or justify yourself, but let your silence speak. It wasn't weakness, it was strength. Conclusion, your journey to silent strength. As we reflect on these 7 lessons, one truth emerges: your trials, silence, and even pain are not without meaning. They are Allah's way of guiding you, strengthening you, and preparing you for something far greater. Each experience, whether joyful or challenging, is shaping you into the person you're meant to be. If this video resonated with you, take a moment to reflect and leave a comment below, such as, "Ya Allah, guide me to embrace my journey with patience and faith." Your words might inspire someone else on their path. And before you go, there's another video waiting for you that dives deeper into understanding Allah's tests and how they shape us. Click on the screen and continue this journey. Jazakallahu khair for watching. May Allah grant you strength, wisdom, and peace to navigate your unique path.